All right. Oh, wait, what happened here? This show is all out of whack. It's not even. I gotta add everyone back in. I don't know what happened here. Alrighty. And the voiceover did go, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. What's up, everybody? Matt Tobacco from SmokinTobacco.com. I am live tonight with Cynthia. And oh, what's going on, Nicole?
I'm just saying, I had you set up for a certain screen.
Oh, well,
Yes, the night.
here we go. Never mind. There it is. I'm sorry. Welcome, everybody. I am Matt Tobacco from SmokinTobacco.com. Sorry, we are on the road here, so we're not in our normal studio, so things are a little bit backwards, but it is another Fuente Friday episode with Smoking Tobacco. I am joined once again by Cynthia Fuente. This time, we're also joined by Carlito Fuente as well. So, Fuente family, how are we? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing
Excellent.
great. I'm doing
Happy
great. I
Fuente
just
Friday. Oh my
happy.
God, guys, you know what? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Cynthia, you, Cynthia,
Hold on.
you would never make it
Hold
on
on.
any of the channels with the camera. Just going all over. Listen, we're doing great. We're doing great. Happy Fuente Friday. Happy Fuente Friday the 13th. It's great to be on. Great to see you, Matthew. Hope Nicole's doing well. And first of all, I'd just like to say I am so gratefully overwhelmed for all the support and everything that so many cigar lovers and also colleagues, friends of ours, and other family of ours of the industry has been involved, contributed, and done so much in giving back to the children of the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. It means a lot. We've had an incredible month and incredible all the support that we received. I don't know if everybody hears me because I'm hearing a lot of feedback. I know we're just starting on. We're just getting on. Do you hear me? I hear a
No,
lot of feedback.
yeah, I hear you. I think Cynthia is transitioning back over to her laptop, so there's a little bit of sound.
Yeah, Cynthia, put on your mute. Just, just keep your beautiful face, and Kim, you too, but you can put on your mute.
Okay. Like I said, we're not in our normal setup here, so but I think we're doing okay. We are a little bit late. I know we wanted to start at 6:30, but it's okay. We had some technical issues, but we're all here now, which is fine. Um, Carlito is here. Carlito, yeah, it's been amazing. So I want to first of all, we really should mention one thing that happened. So we extended the fundraiser. We had talked about that. It's going to be another. It'll end on May 24th now. But on Tuesday, when it was supposed to end, late Tuesday night, we got an anonymous donation of $10,000 to the fundraiser, which was amazing. We were totally blown away. Did not expect that. We were like, well, Nicole actually saw it first, and she was like, hey, we just got this donation. I was like, what? What do you mean? And I was just like, from who? And she's like, it was anonymous. It was for $10,000. So we actually doubled what we already had with that one donation. We are currently, let me get the exact number, but we are somewhere around $21,000 as we stand right now in the raffle. But Carlito, you had said before that whatever the final number that we do raise is, that you all are going to match that number as well. So really, we're kind of at like 42,000 at this point.
That's correct. That's correct. And I like to see it go up to 100,000. So
Oh
that
yeah,
way we're forced to match it somehow. I don't know what, but this is not coming from the Fuente company. This will be coming from the Fuente family
right.
itself, and we'll match it and everything. Very happy to. Uh, there's never enough there's never enough, to be contributed. I'm very grateful for the $10,000 contribution, but even the $5 contributions are great. And then we have this charity raffles, which are a lot of special cigars that are not available. But it's not about the cigars. It's not the cigars themselves. You're not making a contribution or taking, going in a lottery. So, which is not that many people involved. So I'm sure everybody has a very, very good chance to win. But it's not because it's a unicorn or such a special cigar that people go crazy for, and they're so sought after. It's not about the cigars. You are contributing to a cause. You are becoming part of something greater than the cigar and greater than all of us. The opportunity to give back and make somebody's life just a little better and be able to change this world one child at a time. So it's so important. And to be honest with you, with the cigar family, as huge as it is, when you're talking about thousands of people, and from all over the world that we probably reach through your program, Matthew. I wouldn't doubt if we hit 50,000 in the next week. And if we do, then I guess we'll have to match another 50,000, $100,000 after having to postpone. I say postpone because we had to cancel with the hopes to be able to do those events in the future. For 2 years, we didn't have many events for Cigar Family, fundraisers around the country, in New York and all the different places, LA, and all the big events that bring big money. We've had to postpone it or cancel it. So it's very, very important to catch up. This has been built by people who love cigars, men and women alike. It's incredible. It's recognized by the United Nations as being the model of the Caribbean. And I want everybody who's following us right now and listening to my words, 100%, not 96.7 or 99.9, 100% what is raised goes directly to the foundation, Cigar Family Charitable Foundation, which in turn is is for the school, for the education, for the health, for the community to build and give back. And that's very unusual in today's world. If you look at a lot of charities, maybe 4 cents on the dollar goes actually to there's so much overhead and cost to run a foundation. Lawyers, accountants, you got to legal with the government. We're a 501c3 organization, and every single expense, whether it's the 20 salesmen traveling around the country to do events, whether it's the cigars that are donated at all the events to raise money for Cigar Family, whether it's the toast packs, which we give and the retailers in turn give it back, that consumers buy the toast packs, Toast Across America. Regardless, everything is either the board of directors or volunteer, and every single expense, traveling, legal, accounting, marketing, everything you see is covered 50% by the Newman family, 50% for our family. So this is the real thing. We have our hearts behind it. We believe in it. We're really making incredible change, but we're not doing it alone. We're doing because of generosity and the big hearts of thousands of people that enjoy cigars. So I expect that we're going to really hit that $50,000 mark. There's so many people. And if they listen, they pay what, $20 for a cigar? They can send in $20, and they pay what? Maybe some of people are listening might pay a couple $100 for a lighter. So whatever it is, I know that we could change this world. We'll change this world. And please, please support Matthew Tobacco for his efforts in bringing this together, and support not the Fuente family, not the Newman family, but the children who are making a difference in this world, changing it, and bringing smiles to so many people around the world. I want to say thank you to you, Nicole, Matthew. Thank you for all of you. Thank you to everybody who's been involved. Thank you, everybody who's listening. And thank you those two who haven't given anything, but feel in their heart that they want to give, and feel in their conscience that I should have given. So hopefully they can make it up. We got a week to go or 2 weeks to go. And with that, I say I love you and thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely, Carlito, thank you for saying that. That's it's so important. A lot of things that you said. Also, thank you for everything you said for us, and we're just honored to be a part of it. Nicole is here with us. I'm gonna have her kind of. She can't hear anybody, but she is here. She says hello. Also, while you were talking, there's someone who actually popped into the green room who wants to say hello to both of you guys. I'm gonna bring him right on here. This is the professor, live
Hey,
from Munich, Germany.
Good
Viva
morning, good
Pablo.
morning, good morning from Munich, Germany. I had to
Hey,
be on the show a couple of minutes. First of all, on behalf of Jeremiah, myself, and Carlito, as the Meet the Professor team, to thank Nicole and to thank Matthew for what you are doing. I wish there would be more people involved supporting a cause like what the Fuentes and the Newman have done. And like Carlito has said many times, it's just taking care and educating one child at a time. If it wasn't for what the foundation have done, we would have lost thousands of children doing something else and not getting that education. I've had a wonderful time in Germany. A lot of people know about the foundation. Matthew and Nicole Smoking Tobacco has some followers here too in Germany. And let me tell you something. I know that you and Nicole have talked about going. I don't know, it's going to be in November, December, whenever you guys want to know. I wish I could be there, but you could be sure that you will see with your own eyes what you and Nicole have done already twice. And I know it's not going to be the last time. You will be blown away. Me personally, I want to thank you as Jose Blanco, not as the professor or not somebody that works with Numbnuts 1 and Numbnuts 2 or with my co-pilot, Cynthia, that's more than assisted me. Thank you for everything. I gotta get some I gotta get some sleep. What, Cynthia?
But I got to meet Nicole and Matthew because of you. You're the one that set it up for us to be on the podcast. All of this is because
It's
you
true.
got us all.
Well,
Hey,
it's
yeah.
it's
Hey,
a team
listen.
effort.
Well, of course, Jose, but Cynthia, don't tell him already, okay? Don't tell him. He's already the professor. That's going to be want to be
You met
addressed
a lot
as
of people who will
the
say,
king, el rey. But he is. He's a rey. He's a king. He's amazing. We all love him, and everybody knows a professor. I'm just trying to get a little bit of knowledge, man. It's none of one. I keep
Oh
trying.
yeah. But anyway, listen, I gotta get at least a couple of
thank
hours
you.
sleep. I gotta get up at 4:30. I'm in Munich. Got an early flight to Austria, then to Macedonia. Anyway, happy Fuente Friday, everyone. God bless our country. God bless our troops. And thank you once again, Nicole. And thank you once again, Matthew Tobacco, not only for what you're doing for the foundation, but what you do for the industry with honest, serious cigar media work. I told you
Amen.
when I started to talk with you guys that you were going places and you've done it correct because you've done it humble, with honesty, with dedication, and giving to others. So anyway, good night, everyone. Cynthia, great to see you. Matthew, Nicole, Carlito.
Thank you, Jose.
I don't know who's next to Cynthia, but she has $1 million
Our
smile.
Well,
friend
that's my
Kim.
sister, Kim.
She's
Oh,
all the way
Kim,
from.
I didn't recognize you. How you, sweetie?
I took my glasses off for you, Jose.
Hey, Kim, make it happen. Kim, make it happen.
We're making it happen. Yes.
Take care. Good night, guys.
We
Goodbye,
love you.
Jose.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank
Okay,
you so
bye.
much.
Take
Good
care.
night. Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Matthew, he's an incredible human being. Uh, Forget his knowledge and his experience. It's amazing, and how much he's educated over the many years. I mean, that's what his life's about is about. But he is such a hard worker. I mean, he's from event to event, from city to city. He just loves to be around people and be able to share his experience, his life, and just want to make everybody. He's an incredible human being, and I'm just so honored and fortunate that he's part of our family.
Oh,
I,
absolutely.
I
Jose
agree.
has been amazing. He's been a huge help to us, not just with the charity and the just general, knowledge and advice. And I have to credit, William Cooper, for really helping me get in touch with him as well, because I know him and Coop have a very close relationship. And Coop's been a great friend to me and a good mentor, and so has Jose. So I appreciate both of them so much. They've done so much for me, and I couldn't be here where I am today without those two guys. Any of you really, but I mean, they've done a lot for me. So I really appreciate that. They're just amazing human beings, great people. They're humble. Um,
We
you know,
appreciate William's generosity. He donated a lot of his personal goodies to help the charity as well. And
who
we
did?
appreciate William's generosity. William Cooper,
Oh yeah, William Cooper.
that
Yeah,
he
he
donated
did.
goodies. So many people have donated so much, and we're so grateful for everybody who's come to be a part of this. A lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah, absolutely. A
You have
lot of
a
people have come out to donate.
everybody has to go on the website so they can see all the goodies. That if you donate $5, $10, 15, you get a lot of raffle tickets, and you have a chance to be able to win a lot of wonderful things. But like Carlito said, most important, it's about the children. But at
It
the
is.
same time, while they're giving, they're able to receive something in return.
That's
And you
true.
made all that happen, you and Nicole.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's about the children, and that's why we do it. And every dollar counts, and every dollar changes their lives. So the fact that we already have what we have, and for money, I mean, I can't even imagine how that's going to change their lives too. It's really special. But there's still more time. There's still more time to raise even more. So, really, the sky's the limit when you think about it. So it's just it's amazing. It's amazing that we've come this far, and we still have the potential to go even farther, to change these kids' lives, and to give them everything that they can to have the best life that they can. And like Carlito said, change a child's life, shine some light on it, bring some happiness. Maybe change the course, that maybe they would have had. Maybe put them on a better path or a brighter path to a brighter future. That maybe otherwise, without this foundation, hey, maybe they wouldn't have that. Maybe they would grow up with nothing, and they wouldn't. But now they have a chance to achieve everything that they want in life, and that's what makes this charity so special.
It really is. It really is. And actually, I'd like to add, it's not more than a hope or a dream. It's these students and children before they were students, before they were had a school to attend. Their only way out was to do some hard labor at the age of 10, 11 years old. There were no schools. There's no running water in that community. There is now, thank you to Cigar Family, clean water, filters, and all the homes and everything donated by Cigar Family and the Rotary Club. The Rotary Club of Tampa, which the Newman family have been involved with so many years, and the Rotary Club of our communities in the Dominican Republic. But we have students who, so many, I mean, most of them in that community are raised or born in little shacks put together with old rusted tin, leftover hurricane damaged political campaign signs with palm leaves patched up and plastic coating half the roof and so forth, and dirt floors. And what do they do when they're 8 or 9 years old? There's no school. What do they do? They work, they steal. When they're 11 years old, 12, 13, a young girl who doesn't have any hopes, some elderly man who could give her family a meal, her mom and dad, maybe sisters. She moves with
You're
him.
begging
Yeah, ends up having children and nobody to raise those children. And I mean, it is a circle that is just it's a circle of just terror. There's no way out. Cigar Family has changed that. The people, not Cigar Family per se. That's a concept. The the men and
The
women who
people.
love cigars, who have big hearts, have changed that. Today we have doctors, we have professors, teachers, we have entrepreneurs with their own transportation companies. We have mathematicians, working in the school. I mean, it just goes on. In our factory, Tabacalera Fuente, I have one past graduate, one of the first graduates who was a shining star, who graduated in the top of her class in the number one university, which she was able to get a scholarship to the Lost City Fund because they don't have money for transportation to go to university. And even though they graduated from high school, we have to support them because they have to pay for meals. They have to find a place to sleep because they have to leave town or they have to live the village where they've been isolated their entire life. They got to go to universities or in these two big cities. So how are they going to get there? How are they going to room and board? And it takes money, and that is covered by the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. It is a lot, and I don't want to, but it's the reality. Girls at 13 years old were pregnant and end up pregnant, and the boys at 13 were in gangs and selling drugs, and their only hope to have a better life was to get to New York, Boston, Lawrence, or get and be able to join up with their brother who's in a gang and was able to get gold chains after living up there for a month. They didn't go to school or there illegally. We don't want that. We want them to be prosperous, to get a good education and be able to have a good career. So they could buy, instead of going to New York and Boston and causing crime because they're desperate, no education, and they've had a rough life. They were forced to struggle to survive. You cannot blame them. They were dealt a bad hand. And instead of that, they become very prosperous. They end up buying a Ford, a Chevrolet, gives jobs to Detroit, United States. And isn't that what it's really all about? A win-win. Instead of destroying the streets of our beautiful cities, they are developing their own community because they are taught to give back So when they finish, we have so many. We have about 20 college graduates who have graduated from Cigar Family, who come back volunteer, who give classes, who give seminars, who work with, for example, our IT professor, computers, certified by Microsoft. She went to university, graduated with honors. A young girl, dirt home, the same story again. And today, Cigar Family is the only center or the only location in the entire province which we could relate it to a state, but there's only a couple of provinces in the small island of the Dominican Republic. The only location which is certified by which I just said, Microsoft, to certify students. The only one, Cigar Family Charitable Foundation, and there's just so many things in progress. And now we're working on we already broke ground for the Academy of Arts. I mean, there's just so much that not myself. I'm overwhelmed. That to me, that's the most important thing. Really motivating me to want to continue to live and to see tomorrow, because I know so many things. I know one day that town, that wasn't a town. It was a little village with 4, 5, 10, 20 shacks. That was a place where there was no authority, no ordinance, nothing. It wasn't even on the map. If you look for Carib, with that little village that Chateau de Fuente is in, you won't find it on Google. But look for Chateau de Fuente. Look for Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. Google will take you right there. That is the impact that Cigar Family and everybody who's donated has had on this community. It is truly amazing. Children that were looking for work so they could eat that day are now giving back and giving food and giving hope to so many other children, all through the general support of so many people who enjoy cigars. We are not a bad bunch of people. Cigar lovers are sensitive. They got bleeding hearts.
Generous, very generous.
Yes, and very generous. So I just want, hey, my brother Joey Bianco. Joey from the Bronx. All those say he don't want to go back to the Bronx. I think he left some damage there. So now
He
he's
didn't want to leave the Republic.
he's a New Englander and everything, but I love him. Joey, hello, man. Big hugs from just got into Miami, obviously, and I'm on the way, way Monday the way to celebrate my daughter's wedding and hug all my entire family and friends who were an extension of my family. I'm just so excited. So if you see me rambling away and everything, it's just that I got so much going on and I'm just so enthused and just so much looking forward to this wedding that we're all going to celebrate together. So
We're very excited for Vivian and Wes. We'll all see each other in San Antonio, Mexico, very soon.
and you know what? Let me just say something to break this up a little bit. I can't figure this out.
Your beautiful eyes, brother. Take those glasses off.
No, it's not that. It's the sun's bothering me. Look, it sounds,
Oh, look at
but
this, my
anyway,
beautiful brother. I love you.
you know what? You actually look better through my sunglasses.
I
Let me put them back on.
believe that it is. And the night's still young.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, but you know, it's just great, Cynthia. No, everything is great, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. But I just want to say thank you again, Matthew. Thank you. I just don't want to keep rambling away because once I get started, it's hard for me. I'm just so excited and I'm just so happy and I'm so grateful. I just want everybody. I just wish somehow, through this media that we have now, that everyone is listening will feel my heart throbbing and feel my sincerity and feel how important Cigar Family is, and hopefully someday have the opportunity. And I'm going to say more now, it's a blessing. Everyone who's ever visited Cigar Family Charitable Foundation has said it changed their lives, truly and
It
honestly.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe can
absolutely.
attest to
I can
that.
attest to that. I can attest to that. And
Yes.
Matthew,
Oh,
first and foremost, thank you for having me on. My family, Carlito, Cynthia, thank you so much. And Matthew, you brought up a point earlier about the Cigar Family Foundation that these kids they may not have an opportunity. No, they would not have an opportunity had it not been for the start of the Charitable Family Foundation. And through cigars and the generous donations, I saw it firsthand. And these kids are so proud. They're so loving, and they're just so grateful just to have an opportunity to go to school, because they wouldn't have that opportunity. They wouldn't have it. Like Carlito said, they would go to work at 9 years old, 10 years
On
old.
the farms if they were lucky.
Right. But these kids are learning. They're learning English. They're learning math. They're learning the science and technology. We got Tony who goes over there and
Tony
teaches.
Pattengill.
Yes, and he teaches them Taekwondo. You have doctors. When I was there, I had the opportunity of meeting Dr. Jude.
Yes.
And I mean, that was huge. That was huge. The world does not know what goes on behind the scenes when it comes to the charitable families, the Cigar Charitable Family Foundation. What they see is the forefront, but there's a lot of love and hard work and dedication. And first I want to thank everyone from my Facebook page that went out and donated, because every $10, every $25, whatever you gave does make a difference, because these kids do not have an opportunity. They do not have a chance. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, darling. Are you kidding me? She was able to come with me to the Dominican, a couple years ago, and she can't wait to go back. We love it there, and we're so grateful. But like she says, I mean, every child is so happy. They have smiles from ear to ear, and they know that people like everybody out there, and like the Newman family and the Fuente family, they know it's because of everyone that they have a better life, that they have a better chance. But they themselves are doing everything on their part. They're studying hard. They want to be the best that they can possibly be, because they don't want to let anybody down. They know it's because of everybody that's part of this foundation is why they have a better chance in life. And they're proud, and they work so hard. They study so hard. It's really a beautiful place, and we can't wait for you and Nicole to be able to visit. It's gonna
Absolutely. Yeah, no question.
I
Absolutely.
spoke to Joey there. Joey says that he had never been so happy in his life to be able to witness it in person. And when Kim went, I mean, she stood in the middle of Chateau de la Fuente by a Grito de Carlito, right there where Snow White is, and all those beautiful, beautiful artwork. And she felt so free, like you feel so much alive when you're there. It's a wonderful place in every way.
No, it
Yeah,
certainly is.
absolutely.
Hey,
No, I wanted to say, Kim, thank you for sharing that with your experience with, seeing it as well. Last time we did this, we had JJ on, and he talked about his experience with the foundation as well. So it's been really nice to get some other people's perspectives too, who have that experience of seeing this firsthand. And and yeah, Nicole and I are so excited to come down. Like we said, hopefully by the end of this year. It's something we're trying to plan and work on, because we do want to see it. We want to see all of it. We've done all this work for this foundation. We gotta see where it goes. We want to see the kids and meet the kids and talk to the kids, and see that happiness and excitement that they have. So that's a huge goal of ours too. Just to be there, to see it, which is a dream come true in itself.
no,
What was
it
that,
is,
Kim?
and
It is it's a beautiful place, and it warms your heart, because all of the kids are gonna come up and they're gonna hug you. My daughter is still there.
They love to take pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
They love to see themselves on the camera, on the phone, and they love for you to just sit there and braid their hair. Like when they're at recess, they love the visitors. They're very, very grateful. They really are. They really, really are.
they are very
And I'm so
grateful.
glad that Carlito had the brilliant idea of keeping the fundraiser for a couple more weeks, so that everybody, a lot more people that can have the opportunity to come in and join us. We thank everybody, all our friends on social media that have come together to make a difference.
No, absolutely, Cynthia. But when everyone comes to visit, or anyone to visit, Cynthia talks about, they love to see, their photos on camera. Today is digital cameras, but you could imagine in 2002 when Andy Garcia went to Chateau de la Fuente to film The Lost City, the famous movie The Lost City with Andy Garcia, the most famous of all. Well, anyway, we'll go. Uh, when he went down, and Andy was just a down to earth guy. I mean, the farm was not what it is today. Of course, we continue to develop and develop and develop, and we didn't have the facilities that we have today. He would, and this was hard work, filming, getting the right angle, do it again, take two, move this, do that, the cranes to get all the angles. And it was so hot. I remember Andy sat under a shade right there, right on the dirt floor. You wouldn't think that a movie star as great as Andy Garcia is so humble. He sat down and he, with his vest, with all the rows and all the cameras, because he was a producer. And when he wasn't in the scene, he was filming and doing things. And he was a director. All these children, they would come running around, no shoes, hand-me-down clothes, some half nude, no shirts, boys and girls, dirty. You would think they were dirty. They come around and then they're outside this little. It used to be barbed wire. Now it's not barbed wire anymore, but in the very beginning was barbed wire. On the outside, Andy's leaning against it on a little part of a branch of a tree or a pole, and the kids, and he says, "Come on in, come in, come in," and they go around. Yes, they were afraid because at that time, children didn't even look at you in the eyes. They would look down, and if they see someone that didn't look like them, they were well dressed something, the first thing to do is ask them for 20 pesos, 10 pesos, give me money, money, money. And so they go in and Andy says, sits down. He puts someone on their lap, they're around them, and he starts showing with his big camera. He starts clicking to it, show them all the digital photos. They had never seen a camera. Never. These were children 6, 7, 8 years old. Maybe there were a couple of little older ones. And they sat in his lap and this and that. And he says, "Let me take a picture of you." And he showed them. They couldn't believe it. And little by little, they started trusting because they had been abused all their lives and they didn't trust anyone. And they started seeing that people that were different from them in this isolated area actually were the ones that are going to change their lives for the future. They started realizing that. And today, that those days are gone. Today, we have a whole journal protocol or a whole journalism where we have people who filming, they put together, they edit, they do performances, they do shows. And now with the Academy of Arts, we're going to have a complete recording studio sponsored by Arturo Sandoval. Got 10 Grammys, Emmys, every key of every city. By the way, Arturo told me, I said, I went to his house and I see about 600 keys on. I said, "Arturo, man, you should be." He says, "There ain't no fucking key there that opens anything." So, that's not. But, but I just
We'll
just
see
think
him
about
next
this.
week in Santa
Just
Fe. I can't
a
wait.
musical school. I'm going to have a journalism school. We're going to teach theaters, ballet. They graduate speaking 3 languages. You go there, they're going to speak to you in English. They speak French. These are not the children or the students or children that would look down and would never look up. Now they look at you with a smile, they greet you, they hug you,
Look
they
at you in the
change, and
eyes.
it's impossible. One thing I want to add, because I don't want to keep on and keep on and keep on. I'm just a humble cigar
We're
maker.
excited. We're excited.
Never, never, ever going to consider myself anything else but a humble cigar maker. I really think I'm a humble cigar maker. What has been achieved in my life that doesn't happen to human beings? I don't even have a university degree. And to go to a place that was the most violent area, that was isolated, that no one could go in and out. There were no roads, no electricity, no running water. We had to get the water from the river. And to get there and transform that into one of the most famous and sought after brands in the world, almost overnight, relatively speaking, that doesn't happen. And I believe that the only reason I was gifted that opportunity to have a product like that, because that was destiny, it was God, it was the Almighty who gave me a product, who took me to an area in search of creating a product so that I would be exposed and become aware of the necessity and the dire needs of that youth that were helpless. Today, thanks to Cigar Family, that is totally, it has changed and it continues to change. And someday, that's going to be like Hersheyville in Pennsylvania. That area that was forbidden to walk into because of the crime and because there were no schools, there no police station, no authority, nothing. It was a savage life, survival of the fittest, and you know what the fittest in those communities were at that time. of the meanest, survival of the meanest. He rules or she rules. Because I remember the very beginning, there was this lady I could tell you about that she was the head of the unions and of the mines and everything. She used to come. She always wanted to have meetings. You remember her, Cynthia? Negrita? And I want the floor. She would be 4 hours speaking. And, she was the boss. That's the way it used to be. No longer. Those leaders who were repressing their community have disappeared. Today, who own the community are the people, the students, the one with an education, the teachers. It's it belongs. I mean, this is a story that they could make movies and movies and bestsellers out of. This doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, and this belongs to men, women who enjoy cigars, who is they who have made this possible. So if anyone's listening, and I hope everybody calls their friends, please donate. It's a 501c3. 100% goes to the foundation. And all it takes is the heart and initiative of someone like Nicole and Matthew just to communicate to the people it's all about. And I welcome anyone who wants to come because that is not Fuente or Newman. When you arrive, Matthew and Nicole, you will go and you will see 23 acres, almost 26 as with our new expansion. You will see every building. You won't see the name Fuente or Newman anywhere in any building. Nowhere. It is prohibited to use our name. It's Cigar Family because it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to everybody who's donated and the community. And that's something that this is not for the day. This is for generation. This belongs to the people. They've been taught that way. They understand that. They have the responsibility to protect it. And I'm going to say one other thing. Cynthia's children and my children went to the best American school in Santiago where we lived. Yep. And they moved on to go to the best university, the best. My daughter graduated with masters from Babson, and other of their co-students went to Georgetown. This is a good school. Expensive as shit. But I'll tell you one thing. It's not to the caliber of Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. There is not 1 inch of graffiti on any wall. You could eat off the floors at Cigar Family. The students are proud. This place is impeccable. It's a paradise. It's beautiful. And when you contribute so much love to everyone that you hug and kiss and the children, everything, the students, it becomes a family so powerful that they never want to leave. They want to come back. And I want to go back. And Cynthia wants to go back. And Kim wants to go back. And JJ wants to go back. And anybody, Joey, anybody who's been there wants to go back because they feel ownership because they know they made a difference. So hopefully everyone is listening and they will call their friends and contribute because this is yours. So hopefully we can do something and make a big difference, continue to change this world one child at a time. Thank you, man.
Absolutely, that was really well said.
This is everybody.
Yeah, we've even had William Cooper talked about his experience going down there. Jay Davis talked about his experiences going down there. Joey's told me about it. I was with Joey at the Great Smoke. I saw you at Great Smoke down at Abe's thing. But right before that day, I was with Joey the day before. He had just gotten back from the Dominican. He told me all about it too. Everyone I've ever run into, Tony Bellotto, he told me he was on the show a few months ago, and we were talking about the fundraiser, and he said to me, bring tissues because you're gonna need them. That was Tony Bellotto's advice to us. Bring tissues when you go down there. You're gonna need them.
Tony Bellotto is like my nephew because his daddy, and his grandfather Luigi were one of our first customers outside of our Hispanic neighborhood market. They were one of our in Youngstown, Ohio. And all they spoke about, they didn't say, listen, I want more cigar. They said, go, boom, boom, Mancini, boom, boom, Mancini, boom, boom, Mancini, boom, boom, Mancini. But yes, I know Tony very well, and I'm so happy to see his progress in the industry. Also, his dad and his grandfather, every time there was an event, I'm talking about going back 50 years ago or 45 years ago, a long time. Even we would go out together when we were in New York, Chicago, and everything. And, they were special friends. But at that time, very few people knew me, and I don't think they knew many people either. So we kind of we magnetized towards each other because we're good friends. So They became one of our big and very Cigar Family big customers.
Last night we had Lito Gomez on our regular show,
Yes,
and
yes.
um, and Lito actually has pledged another $1,000 to the fundraiser himself. Um,
That's
Very
and,
beautiful.
generous.
People.
and telling the story of how when La Flor Dominicana started during the boom in the 90s, I didn't know this. La Flor Dominicana is the only brand in the Dominican that wasn't there before the boom that is still here today. He told us how everyone else who started during the boom, they didn't make it, but La Flor Dominicana is still here. And people like you and all the other families that were already established um, had said, hey, these guys are going to go places, and had a lot of faith in Lito Gomez in La Flor
We
Dominicana becoming a brand.
we became very close to Lito and Ines since the very
We were
beginning.
together with him and Inez since they began. We would
Yes,
always hang out all the
not only
weekends, all of us
not
together.
only the factory dinner, sociably, we were just very close friends and everything. His business grew and we grew, and and just things got so everybody was so busy and everything. But yes, we're very very old friends. I think we could really say, along with Juan Sosa, Nito Sosa, we were one of his really close friends in the very beginning when he first went to Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and that's just amazing too.
And
I mean, like,
I don't know if he agrees. I don't know if he
We've
agrees,
seen him
oh,
but
he
since
did.
they were young.
Oh, he
he's
did.
still my friend. He's still my friend. I don't know. I don't know if he's the best. I'm just joking, man. You know what? I just we get along very well because our birthdays are almost the same. The only difference is a decade. Okay, other than the decade that he's a decade older than me, our birthdays are just the same. So we kind of celebrate together. He's in the DR and everything. You don't believe that shit, do you? We're the same age. I
No,
like
I
to
mean
bust.
he
Well, the professor's not here, so if Lito's listening, yeah, we joke around. Say, hey, bro, man, when I get as old as you, am I gonna look like that?
No, I mean when we brought up the fundraiser, we talked about you guys and Cigar Family. I could see it right away on his face. As soon as I said it, I could see the emotion. Like, oh, yeah, absolutely. And he had nothing but the best things to say about you and Cynthia and the rest of the family. And how even he was like, I'm gonna give you another $1,000, just because I love them so
Very
much. That's my family, and so we were just so excited. And Jonathan Carney, who's his executive vice president of sales,
yes,
very close
yes,
friend of mine, who's watching the show. He couldn't be on with us last night because he was traveling, but
Jonathan, how you doing, brother? Yes.
I wanted to mention his
and he
name
has
because
a
he's been a big
beautiful
part of
new
this too.
daughter. She's so adorable.
He does.
We've seen all of these kids grow up. Lito and Inez, they're children since little. Tony was young. So all of us have seen each other's children grow up. We've been together now for a lot of years.
No, I
And
remember
now we
Tony.
get to see the next generation,
I
like
remember,
Jonathan with his daughter. Now we're watching the new generation join in.
but what's shocking, I remember Tony. I think he was just, stood next to me, just almost reached my waist, and he'd be running around his grandmother's house on Christmas Eve
And
because
now,
we used to have Christmas Eve all the time with Lito and Inez, Lito's mom, Inez's mom, and all that. And I remember Tony running around, the little living area, falling, tripping, and everything. Now, I when I talk to him, I can't move. I got to stand still because if I'm looking at him,
your neck will get stiff.
my cheekbones, you got to be looking down
God
where you're
bless him.
walking.
He's such a
It's
good
like
spirit. So
it's like
good.
somebody for the first time gets to New York, and the first thing they do take someone from a
You're
small
looking
little
all
place
around.
to the Empire State Building, and you're looking up like that the whole time. He's amazing.
But he's a
He's amazing.
wonderful young man.
We had Tony on the Meet the Professor show, and I was so impressed, so proud of him. I mean, just I tell you what, he's really cool. He's a good guy and everything, but he has learned so much with his father. He's got his own style, and he's contributed so much. And I just say his father should be so proud, which I know he is. I know he is. I know his father is a little tough love, and some of our generations are that way. But he just has to be so proud because I'm very proud of Tony. So I could just imagine his father gleaming and everything. He's very, very Tony special. So I'm glad you brought him up.
Yeah, no, Tony's amazing too. He's been on our show as well. it's funny, you bring up the generational thing too, and this is the thing about this business too. We talk about how, where all the good things that, the cigar families do and the industry and the community does. The other thing is it's such a heritage business. Look at your family, Lito's family, look at the Perdomo family, the Padron family. They're all multi-generational. The kids, they carry it on, they carry the torch, and they keep these family businesses going, which is so special in itself that so many families can continue to pass the torch down through their lineage and keep the family history alive, keep the business alive. Much as the Fuente family has done. It is, and that's another thing that makes the whole industry special.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll
The
tell you what.
And the
I
Newmans,
recently,
and the
yeah, go on,
Newmans that are
Cynthia.
our partners. One day we have to have Drew and Eric that they can come on, and Bobby,
hmm
because we've been with them since 1986, and
It's
we've
another
done this
family.
foundation
Yeah.
together, the Newman and
Yep.
the Friends family.
Yep.
And they're co-founders,
And
and they're
everybody's been so generous to donate so many things to this fundraiser, which is beautiful.
Yeah. The
they're
Newman family is another big one.
yes,
Carlito, what were we gonna
absolutely.
say?
No, I'm just saying that the Newman families are the co-founders. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. They share the board with my family of Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. They contribute so much. I mean, people don't even know how much they contribute, and we have to contribute to make it up. But it's not about us. It's about doing the right thing, and they're just incredible. There's so many people, that have done this. So it's I'm overwhelmed, really. I don't think that for something, that sometimes people they refer to or they talk about, and there's of course there's marketing, there's passion, there's dreams, uh, you know, Chateau La Fuente, birthplace of a dream. But the foundation, it really is a dream. There's no, there's no product
It
that
is.
has started from nothing that's had the outcome and blossomed into what Cigar Family has blossomed. It's just incredible what they're doing. All we did was plant seed, and now we're planting fruit, and that fruit is multiplying with more seeds in different areas. There's about six or
Every
seven
year,
different
more and more.
foundations. There's several near the border of Haiti. There's several in the capital. Pedro Martinez, the great Hall of Famer, and there's so his wife started one going to Cigar Family Charitable Foundation, getting motivated was Pedro, and on and on and on, near the border of Haiti. So all inspired by Cigar Family, which very successful people have come to their point in life, entrepreneurs, big sports figures in the Dominican Republic, that say it's time for me to give back. God has been good to me. I've done well. For me to feel complete happiness is not the numbers, it's being able to do something for the heart. And there's just so many people have been inspired by Cigar Family Charitable Foundation because they were the pioneers. It was the first of something that was impossible, and there are the results. And it's something that I feel very happy that other people are now also doing the same thing. And I see people also in Nicaragua and everybody. Remember, that
That's
didn't
a very good
exist.
point.
That didn't exist. This thing
Making a
did not
difference.
exist about cigars and everything. It did not exist 30 years ago, not in a way that is public and so forth today. So again, I plead, I urge everyone, no matter what it is, you know, through, you know, through Matthew Tobacco, through, smoking tobacco, whatever, please contribute because 100% goes to the charitable foundation and be part of it. Even though many have for many years, we have people that are the same every year, donation, sometimes every month, and sometimes, but it's just once you start and you become part of it, it's something that's going to change your life. It's going to make you, it's going to put you in a much more happier, peaceful place than if you haven't joined, then you should find out for yourself that what I'm saying is something that is magical, but it's real.
It's making a difference is what our Cynthia and I's motto is this year is saving lives.
Saving lives.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're saving
amen.
lives this year. And with each and every donation, you can save, they can, someone can save a child's life. They don't think some people may think $5 or $10 doesn't go very far, but it
It
does.
does.
And it all adds up because we're all giving to one single family that makes, it just one foundation. And again, my heart, when I was there, I didn't want to leave the school. Cynthia was like, let's go somewhere. And I'm like, no, we're going to stay here. I was in the classroom, we're on the playground, and they were just happy. These kids are well taken care of. They're afforded an opportunity that they would
fed
never,
well. They're
they
fed
would never
well.
have.
A lot of them, their main meal is at the foundation. Their breakfast and their lunch, a lot of them, that's their main meal of the day. A lot of them. And then when we would do like mission trips in the summer with Dr. Manbath, a dear friend of the family, and all these children and the families would come from all over the different regions, and they would bring their parents. And these children were reading the prescription and everything, what their parents need to take or what have you, because their parents can't read, but the children were reading for their parents and helping them. So like that generation is so strong, and
Absolutely.
they're
Let me
taking
just
care of their parents.
Right. That's absolutely true. Because none of the parents in the community, I mean, they weren't, there was no education. So they were working whatever odds and ends they could do. So they didn't believe in education. They would tell your children, I can't afford to feed you. Go out and work when they're 7 or 8 years old, because this is what they learned from the generation before them. This was a vicious cycle of poverty. And imagine all these doctors come from the United States, this, whether it's for eye doctors or everything. We've had chiropractic, I mean, everything, the check home gynecologists for all the women. And all of a sudden, the doctors are writing prescriptions, which Cigar Family pays for the prescription because we have our own pharmacy there and so forth. And we dispatch
Clinic.
all the medicines, yes. And imagine the the parents or the grandparents will receive this prescription, and the students will come, their children or grandchildren will come and read the prescription to them because they had
The
no idea
parents.
what the prescription said. That to me is an amazing story. And
They're
like
leading
that,
their parents,
yes,
and they're
like that,
proud.
thousands and thousands, and it just, I mean, we listen. I could say you not make a movie. You could make like what you call those things they put on Netflix that you have to wait 5 years to see the final chapter. It drives you crazy. And you sleep and everything. You stay up till the next morning, and then you got to go to work, and you want
Like
to
a
watch
Right?
it,
series.
and you get addicted to that shit, and you're saying, "What the hell? This is not productive," but you got to see it. And then when you say, "Oh man," and all of a sudden it stops. You got to wait to the next season, bro. That sucks, man. Somebody's got to really
But
do these
these
things
children
properly.
are leading their families, and they're going to have children there the day of tomorrow, and their kids are going to be able to go to the foundation.
Their
So
kids will
now
be
that's
educated.
yes.
It's changing. Everything is changing. It's changing. Well,
And
to me, it's a big blessing to be part of it, and to share this with everybody in the last 20 years who have been by our side, or whatever the length of time it was, since 2004, which is 18 years, has been by our side, dollar by dollar, visit by visit. But we can't believe that, because you could give all the money in the world, but there's something magical about seeing those children, seeing them smile, return that smile, give them a hug, show them your children, in your wallet or your phone. Talk about your family. Tell them where you live. Tell them how your home is, how your city is. Talk. The children have an open mind. Now they don't talk about going to New York to whatever it is they're going to. They know the world.
They
They
want to
have
get
business
back to their own community.
coming from China, from Russia, from all over Europe, from South America. People visit from all over the world. They understand the global world, that we are all responsible for each other, and it's just amazing. I mean, I could go on. You see how excited I get when I speak about
And
the
the
you know the
main the
foundation.
main message that we've given is that we want them to give back, and all these children at the foundation have received that message, and they want to come back and give back, which is so
Give back to
beautiful
the
to see
community,
that.
build
that's
their community.
validated. I'm sorry. And that's validated what Cynthia just said. The children, once they get this education, they have the skills and ability to go anywhere and do anything. But those teachers come right back and they teach the children. And that cycle, like Carlito said, that cycle is started. It's there. Again, with the education that they have, they can go anywhere,
And they
but they
do.
come back.
And Tim, And they do.
And like
They've
and
been
like Dr. Suarez.
they travel. We have exchanges with Berkeley School. They go to Berkeley School. The privileged children of the
In
who's who
Tampa.
that attend Berkeley. Yes, go to the Dominican Republic. You know, they have their field trips. They have exchange. They travel all over, but they come back. They come back proud and they come back to their neighborhood to develop their neighborhood, to develop their community, to be an example for the rest of the world. They have a role and they understand the role and they're really living the role.
And we also, like for many years, we had Cigar Family Charitable Foundation gatherings so people could come to the Dominican and they can visit. And so we want to start doing that again because we would love everybody to see it for themselves so they can see where their money's going. Because, like my brother says, that's why it's called Cigar Family Charitable Foundation because this foundation belongs to everyone. So we are going to be doing those gatherings hopefully in the future where people can come and spend time and go to the factory, go to the farm, go to the foundation, and see everything for themselves.
Absolutely.
And the beautiful Hemingway house as well.
Of course. But very sadly and unfortunately, of course, we all know the pandemic, the virus and everything affected us all. And there was complete isolation for 2 years of visitors of the foundation and things like that, of the schools and the foundation for obvious reason. But now that things are improving and we want to open it back up, we want to welcome everybody.
We're going to do that.
We're starting to do it. We're going to do it, and we're really starting to receive visitors again. So, Matt and Nicole, I assure you, you're going to have an experience of a lifetime. So I just can't wait for that moment.
Last year, Matt and Nicole got to visit Tampa. Well, they did their like a tour, but they came to Tampa and they went to the Grand Cathedral. And I remember that night is when they presented us with the check. And it was a very magical night because I got to see them and meet them in person. And it honestly, when Carlito says it's about the people, I felt like I knew Matt and Nicole for always. It was like it was the most natural thing when we were together. And that's what Cigars does because we are truly a family.
No question. Absolutely. Well,
and,
folks.
And Matt and Nicole, they're so young. They actually have a real job. And then they do smoking tobacco. And then they want to do the foundation. And they're so young. So I want to see you both in 20 years, all you're going to accomplish.
Absolutely.
Carlito and I are going to be a little over the hill, but we're going to be watching.
It's okay. You know what?
We're going to be watching.
Listen, as long as CVS and Walgreens and all these places don't go under, I could still, you won't tell how old I am, I'll still have the
Carlito, I'm with you on that.
But it gets bad because I got to be careful not to walk in the rain because it's embarrassing when you got all this.
You might have a little bit of grip for it.
Wait.
No, Carlito, you look fabulous, brother.
People ask me, well, you're always in black. Is black your favorite color? Unless I'm very close to them, I don't tell them the truth that I'm in humidity, in and out of humidity, the aging rooms, fermentation rooms and things like that. And I have to wear black because I'm always dripping, black hair.
So it blends in.
So, I don't want it to be on my, my skirt. So there's my secret, you got my secret. But anyway, that's
Carlito's pulling the curtain back, as Coop would say.
Yeah, man, why not? At my age, you know what? You got nothing to hide,
That's right.
You're only getting younger, and you look fabulous, and I can't wait to see you next week.
I can't wait to see you either, sweetheart. And let me just say something. At my age, what I say, I'm happy. I'm very happy because when we talk about the foundation and everything, that's what's really important. It's not how much time I have left. It's what could I do to help others and contribute with the time I have left every single moment of the day. And with that, I want to say I have an appointment. I just came back from a heavy duty wellness week with just nothing but kale juice and ginger and doctors and stretching so I could get ready for the wedding because I was like the Tin Man that I could.
And all of a sudden now,
and now I could move. I'm getting ready for the wedding to dance, and
you're going to walk your daughter down the aisle. How beautiful is that?
Because the doctor told me to get a watch. Because every time I go to the doctor, I don't see them for 2 years after. I don't like to go to doctors. I do good for 3 weeks, and then I go back to the things that you go back to the fun that you're happy.
Routine.
But this time the doctor says you're going to get an Apple Watch, and it's going to be connected to him to his office, and he's going to see every step
Uh-oh.
I take every day, what time I go to sleep, everything I do. So I got to get. He's already called me 3 times. Where's your Apple Watch? I'm not getting any information. So I beg
You
forgiveness.
can wear the Uber on one watch, on one hand, and then the Apple on the other hand. There you go.
Yeah, Hublot on one hand, and of course, and the Apple on the
There
other.
you
The doctor's going to be watching you.
He will. He will. But anyway, I'm talking though because he's got he's very very spiritual, and he's from India, and he's going to go down and really give seminars. He travels all around the world giving seminars, and he's going to come. He's already promised to come to Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. Everybody who finds about it gives, and I ask for everybody, please excuse me. I have to leave. Uh, it's 8:04, and I have an 8:15
Thank you,
appointment
brother.
half an hour away at Apple Store. So good night, everyone. Again, Matthew Smoking Tobacco, Matthew Tobacco, Nicole, everyone who's listening. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. We're gonna spice this up a little bit with some very rare cigars. Cynthia, I'll send you a list now on WhatsApp and some other stuff that you want to donate so we can bring some excitement in this. And I'm going to be excused, and I just want to say thank you all. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you all. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Carlito. We
Okay.
appreciate
Hey,
it.
I'll see you
let me tell
next
you,
week.
don't say anything. Don't talk about me, Cynthia. I know all this stuff. All the
Are
little
you
shit that
kidding? Come on.
all the little shit that I used to
That's
do
my
when I
big
was
brother
8 or
there, guys.
9 or 10 years old. Because you know what, I was innocent and I didn't know, and I did a lot of naughty things. But let me just say
Carlito, no
something.
worries.
Wait. But just so
I'm
you know, even though you
Carlito.
won't see me, I'm gonna be listening to every word because I'm not. This show is so damn
Carlito,
good.
Carlito, no worries. She's not gonna say anything. She loves you.
You better
I
believe I
love
do.
her.
With
I
all my
love her
heart and
so much. You
soul.
have no idea. She knows it. Kim, I love you also. Take care, everyone.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother.
Bye, Carlito. Thank you
Enjoy the
so
rest of
much.
the show. Thank you all. Lots of love. Bye bye now.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Carlito. Thank you.
Bye bye now.
Alrighty.
Wasn't that wonderful?
That was amazing. I just kind of sat back and let you guys kind of, do your thing and talk so much about this because, I think that's the most important part. So, thank you to Carlito for joining us for as long as he did. Originally, I thought it was only going to be a half an hour, but now we've already been on here for an hour. So, that was really amazing.
Because he gets so excited and he wants to be in everything, which is it's beautiful.
Yeah,
But we're
absolutely.
very grateful again for when you go on the website and you see everyone who's been so gracious, all the different manufacturers, people that have donated from their personal collections. We really appreciate everybody giving their time, giving their whatever they have, because everybody wants to be a part of this. So we're very grateful for all of the prizes that people have given. So I really feel that again, $5, $10, 20, 100, the amount doesn't matter because every bit of it goes to a beautiful cause. And I send you some more goodies today, so you'll be able to add a little bit to your collection.
Absolutely. I will have that information up soon online so everyone can see what else is available. Um, but yeah, no, right now I'm looking at the number. It's $21,630 raised. Obviously, very proud of that accomplishment. It's amazing. If you're listening or if you're watching, if you text SMKTAB to 855-202-2100, it's at the bottom of the screen. You get a link right on your phone that brings you right to the foundation. I'm sorry, the fundraiser page for the raffle where you can donate, buy raffle tickets. You can see not only what prizes and stuff that we're raffling off, but you can also read more about the foundation and what it is and get a little bit more of an understanding. Um, of where this money goes and what it helps. So be sure to check that out. Absolutely, it's on the bottom of the screen. It's been up there this whole time. So you just text that number SMKTAB to 855-202-2100. It'll bring you right into it. You can get it right on your phone. So don't hesitate. Check that
It's
out.
very easy.
It's very easy.
And, and those two bottles of Wellers, that I sent you.
Oh my
One of
God.
them is Kim's and one's mine. That's from our personal
Oh my
collection.
God. You gave
Yeah.
away her. She gave.
Yes.
Are you gonna tell it on this?
Because it's about sharing, darling. It's about sharing. We got to share a little bit of our bourbon collection too.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple bottles of Weller.
I'm
One's
learning that
hers
right
and
now.
one's mine. The red is hers and the green bottle's mine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's
So
very special.
whoever gets that, enjoy.
Enjoy.
As a matter of fact, whoever wins it, come back and share it with us because you guys know where to find us.
And I
Oh,
sent a bottle of
absolutely.
Angel's Envy with some Angel Share cigars
Oh my
because
God.
yes, because we feel that at times when you're missing your angels, cigars are celebratory. So whether you're thinking about your angels in heaven or you're thinking about your angels on earth, Angel Shares are a beautiful opportunity, and then you can have some Angels Envy with that too.
That's one
So
of
there's a
Nicole's
lot of good
favorites.
stuff.
Nicole
Yes.
loves the Angel Share. That's her favorite.
I do too.
Mine too.
I know we do. We smoke Angel Shares a lot together.
Yeah, mine
I'm
too.
sure you do.
Like today, I'm smoking a Don Carlos Personal Reserve,
Oh,
which
I
was
love
my
those.
father's personal cigar.
And I
Hmm.
started out with an 85.8.
My grandfather's personal cigar.
Yep.
Yes. Because I'm going to have another probably or two.
The
We
I
just
had
started.
I started out
It's
with
Fuente Friday.
it is Fuente Friday. I started out with a Magnum Rosado, the Magnum R. Now I'm on a Chateau King, the Naked Kings. Um, Great cigar. What two of my favorite Fuente cigars. But yeah, no, I mean there's some amazing stuff there too, and like Cynthia said, there's some bourbon too, and we'll get that up as soon as we can, so you guys can check that out because it is exciting and it's so awesome. I just want to take a moment and say, thank you to everyone. Again, just I can't say it enough. Thank you to everyone, to the Fuente family, Kim for being here, Carlito and Cynthia coming on tonight, to Jose and everything that he said. I really appreciate that. To everyone who donated prizes, the manufacturers. I mean, the Newman family,
Yes.
uh, Pete Johnson of Tatuaje, Matt Booth, the McAuliffe family, McAuliffe Cigars, they donated from John
William,
Carney and the
William
Gomez family at La
Marshall.
Flor Dominicana, from La Flor Dominicana. Jay Davis actually donated a Daniel Marshall set. We also got another Daniel Marshall humidor from some friends in the United Kingdom. So thank you to them. Thank you to Abe Dababna, who donated a Daniel Marshall cigar.
Yes. I'm
Um,
Abe. Yes.
our friends at Hiram Solomon donated some cigars. If I leave anyone off the list, it's not intentional. It's such a long list.
William
There's so many
Cooper
things.
donated his personal
William Cooper,
cigars too.
yeah, William Cooper donated some cigars, so thank you to William Cooper. Just everyone, just thank you. I mean, and then all the donations and the raffle
And the
tickets that people
Newmans
bought.
for doing that trip, that you can go to the Newmans and
Absolutely.
see their factory,
Hmm.
which I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
JC
and
Newman, you could come to Tampa and visit their factories and see the American being made. And then Kim and I are going to join in that day, and
yep,
we'll have cocktails together and some cigars. We definitely
yep,
want to be a part of that.
yeah. So that's actually been added to that prize that today. We haven't updated it yet, but Kim and Cynthia will come
Notice
hang out with you.
I'm volunteering her for everything, but we're in it to win it. We're together.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well, Kim, it
make
sounds like you
sure.
crash the party all the time anyway.
Well, I really wanted her to be a part of it because she's been to the foundation herself. She's been to the factory. She's seen everything firsthand, and she's been with me for so many years. So she's been able to live it all through all of us. So I thought it
Oh,
was perfect
absolutely.
for her to come on. Like JJ, when he came on a couple weeks ago, he's been with us since 1998. Tony Cattengill. So these are people that have been there and have seen it, Joy Bianco. So I think it's important for them to come on and share their experiences. So thank you. Thank you very much, Matthew, and Nicole as well. I know Nicole's right there by your side.
She
Hello,
is.
beautiful.
She can't see or hear. She is off to the side. She's smoking a God of Fire Carlito on this Fuente Friday.
Okay.
So she has that going for her, which is cool. But yeah, no, she is here and she does say hello and she says thank you to everyone as well. Um, and it's just a special night. It really is. It's a special night. This whole experience has been special. Um, so really, just once again, just thank you to everybody.
I wanted
That's all.
to
That's all
say
I can
a
say.
shout out to Anna from Miami.
Oh, that's right.
It
Today's
was
her
her birthday
birthday.
yesterday. Yes, happy
Or
birthday to Anna.
was it
She's such
yesterday
a
or today?
beautiful person. Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And her smile lights up this whole industry.
Hmm.
When yes, she's a beautiful person. So we wanted to say a shout out to her, happy birthday.
Yeah, Cuenca
And today's
Cigars in
Friday the
Hollywood, Florida.
13th also.
It is Friday the 13th. I'm gonna have to go home and smoke a Forbidden 13 now because it's Friday the 13th.
There
It's
you go.
Fuente Friday. I don't have any with me, but I have some at home, so I'm gonna have to have one because it all falls on
So
today,
tell
Friday
us
the
where you
13th.
are. Where are you? At Twins?
I'm
Where
at
are you
Twins.
at? You and Nicole.
We are at Twin Smoke Shop, home of the 724 Cigars and 724 Lounge, Kurt Kendall's Palace, right here in our backyard. We love coming here. So yeah, we know where
And
we
we're
do all of
actually
our
in
stuff.
Davidoff in Tampa.
Oh,
Yep, we're at
I love it
Davidoff
there.
Cigar Lounge in Tampa.
That's such a beautiful place too. I love it there.
There you go.
Everyone's on the road today. Like even us, we're not even in our studio. Everyone's
Everybody's on
going
the
live.
road, I know.
It's
We
just so
apologize
fun.
for getting on a little bit late, but everybody was trying to join in together. But we made it happen. That's the most important thing.
We
Right
did.
there, right there.
We did. We did.
Thank
You
you
know,
so much.
we're fashionably late. You know what I mean? Everyone looks good. Everyone's happy. So there's that. Um, but yeah, we're gonna probably wrap up here soon. I just wanted to again say, thank you to everyone. Thank you to Kim and Cynthia and Carlito for coming on. Thank you to Jose, everyone who watched the show tonight with us, everyone who donated. Really, just thank you so much. And we have, what is the exact? I want to say, is it 10 days? We have 10 days, 22 hours, 40 minutes, and 16 seconds until the fundraiser closes. At which point we will go live and share the final total, and we'll celebrate. And you guys obviously are invited to come back. All of you are invited to come onto that show. It's going to be May 24th. It's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. We will all be there to celebrate the conclusion of the fundraiser. So we're really excited about that. So make sure you mark your calendars. Don't forget, that's going to be a very special night. But other than that, I mean, I think you guys said it all. I mean, there's really nothing else I could say. You guys really covered everything. So I have nothing left.
The little advertisement that you did, I love that photo because I have your T-shirt that says "I smoke cigars and I help people," and then I had Nicole's cup,
Yep.
smoking babes. I love it.
Yeah, and those shirts are actually still available on our store.
On the 24th.
You can still get those shirts, by the way, that she's talking about. They are available on our store at smokingtobacco.com. So go ahead and check that out. For those shirts, they are amazing. I saw a bunch of them when we were down at the Great Smoke in February, and it was really cool. But with that, I am going to wrap up. I just noticed that my laptop is running low on battery. So I'm going to wrap up the show before I lose it. But thank you to everyone for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow night on the Spare Note Show with William Cooper. All right, guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you so much to you and Nicole and everybody from Smoking Tobacco, and to everyone out there. Everybody on social media has come together. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, post and share with all your friends. Tag everybody. 100 people at a time. Keep on going, because we're making a difference and we're doing it together. That's what's most important. Kim, thank you for joining me tonight, darling.
Yes, thank you, Kim, for being here as well.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna.
What do we say? We're in it to win it.
In it to win it. Absolutely.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Enjoy your
With that.
Fuente Friday. My love to everybody. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye-bye,
Thank
guys.
you.